Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steve Kerr addresses Andrew Wiggins' unexpected absence. For a second year straight, Andrew Wiggins has been excused from the Warriors lineup due to personal reasons. Similar to last year, the reasoning is just as mysterious as before. Steve Kerr was asked about Wiggins' absence against the Washington Wizards on Tuesday and addressed it briefly. When asked how long Wiggins would be out for, Kerr couldn't give a straight answer. "We don't know," Kerr said. "We'll obviously respect Andrew's wishes for this to remain private for private and personal reasons. Then we'll just go from there." It's unfortunate timing for Wiggins, who was just starting to find a groove as the Warriors won 7 of their last 9 games. Replacing Wiggins in the lineup will be Warriors guard Moses Moody, who put up 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist in his place. Timing-wise, Wiggins' absence actually helps the Warriors figure out a way to acclimate Chris Paul back into the lineup after missing months due to a hand injury. Paul also put up 9 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. Last season, Wiggins missed over 2 months of time due to personal reasons that kept him away from the team. It's completely unknown if he'll miss the same amount of time, but hopefully, it won't be the same situation. Whatever Andrew Wiggins is dealing with, it's clear that it's a serious situation. Klay Thompson's sixth-man role, what it means for the Warriors and his future. When the Golden State Warriors celebrated inside the home locker room following Stephen Curry's latest heroics, Klay Thompson sat alone at his locker with a towel draped over his head. It was February 10th, and Curry had just hit a last-second, game-winning three-pointer to send the Chase Center crowd into a frenzy and secure a 113-112 win against the Phoenix Suns. It put the Warriors back at .500 for the first time since December. Thompson's performance, 2 of 10 shooting, 1 of 7 from deep, in 24 minutes had been the latest in a string of poor performances for the 5-time All-Star. When a teammate tried to comfort him after the game, Thompson whipped his phone at his locker in frustration. It's been a tough season for the 34-year-old guard. His 42.1% field goal percentage is the lowest since his rookie year in 2011-12. He's averaging 17.2 points per game, his fewest since his second season. Thompson's struggles culminated on February 15th, when coach Steve Kerr brought Thompson off the bench against the Utah Jazz. It was the first time since his rookie year that he wouldn't start, a place in the Warriors lineup he had held for 727 games. But in his debut as a reserve, Thompson provided a massive lift in the third quarter. He hit 4 of his 7 threes in the frame to help the Warriors pull away. "You can do 2 things," Thompson said after the 129-107 win, "you can pout or you can go out there and respond." Thursday's road matchup with the New York Knicks will be Thompson's 6th game as Golden State's 6th man, a role that was once unfathomable to the 4-time champion and future Hall of Famer. But there had been signs all season that a change was needed to get him and the Warriors' season on track. In 10th place in the Western Conference and 4.5 games behind 6th place and avoiding the play-in tournament, the Warriors have relied on a starting lineup that includes standout rookie Brandon Podziemski and rising third-year forward Jonathan Kuminga. Adding them to a starting lineup that includes Curry, Andrew Wiggins, and Draymond Green has revitalized the Warriors, who were 12th in the West at the February 8th trade deadline. Thompson's new role, which, despite a few early challenges, has also helped Golden State climb back into the playoff race. "This is really about finding the best version of our team," Kerr told ESPN. "It's been this big experimental phase. That experimental phase is not easy." Thompson initially didn't take the news well. Kerr told ESPN that Thompson yelled at him and some of the assistants. Later, he came back to apologize to the coaches. "It was not an easy conversation," Kerr said. "This is maybe the hardest part about getting further away from our prime. It's just, after 12 years of Thompson starting, it wasn't easy. And still moving forward, it's not going to be easy. But I told him, if you really embrace it, you can help your team win." Kerr said the timing of the discussion ahead of the All-Star break would help Thompson process the news, a decision that he agreed with. Just not watching basketball, not watching sports, Thompson told ESPN. It was having a complete reset, a huge mental reset. It helped so much. Thompson spent his All-Star break in Southern California with his parents, siblings, and nephew, while also having time on the water. Just being able to still be out there playing with these guys, that in itself is amazing, Thompson said of his time spent reflecting over the break. It's been a season of evolution. This season, Thompson has been candid about his on-court struggles. In a 124-123 defeat to the Sacramento Kings on November 28, he had 20 points but failed to score in the fourth quarter. When asked after the game if the team needed lineup adjustments, Thompson sharply retorted, "What, are you going to bench me?" There were also his remarks after the 109-98 win on February 5 over the Brooklyn Nets, during which Kerr had rookie guard Gue Santos finish out the game over Thompson. "I feel great physically. Mentally, probably a little different story. But such is life," Thompson told reporters at his locker after the game, only for Draymond Green to chime from across the room about being benched late in an NBA Finals game, stating, "So who f***ing cares?" These moments were less about frustrations with the team and more about his own level of play, according to a source close to Thompson. "He feels like he's letting everyone down," the source told ESPN. "He doesn't want to be a drain. He wants to help. He wants to feel valuable." Thompson's move to the bench has helped him remind the league he remains a dangerous three-point threat. He has connected on 45% of his three-pointers in his first 5 games as a reserve after shooting just 27% on threes in the previous 9 games. "The thought of him coming off the bench as our flamethrower, it's a pretty powerful weapon," Kerr said. Thompson's bench shooting aside, Kerr has said he likes the way Podziemski connects the game and complements the starting lineup with Curry, Green, Wiggins and Kuminga. Among the 75-man lineups in the league to play at least 100 minutes this season, the Warriors starters rank third in net efficiency, plus 21.6. With Thompson in the lineup instead of Podziemski, the efficiency rating remains solid but drops to plus 10.2, which ranks 17th league-wide. "Now we're leaning on these young guys, which is also great," Thompson said. "It's very hard to sustain the elite level that we play. Therefore, you've got to rely on your team as a whole." But there have also been false starts for Thompson. Former rival expects Klay Thompson to leave Warriors. Golden State Warriors wing Klay Thompson headlines a star-studded free agency class this offseason, which could potentially include the likes of LeBron James, Paul George, James Harden and Pascal Siakam. While the widespread belief is that Thompson will close out his storied career with the team that drafted him in 2011, former Cleveland Cavaliers forward Channing Frye is convinced that Thompson is in the middle of his last season in the Bay Area. Speaking on FanDuel TV's Run It Back, Frye, who battled Thompson during the 2016 and 2017 NBA Finals, explained why his former rival will be donning non-Warriors colors starting with the 2024-25 NBA season. "I know a lot of teams that are going to pay him crazy," Frye said. "I think it's up to him. Let me go with my gut here. I do think this is his last year. I think there's a team that is going to pay him crazy just to not be on the Warriors anymore. Obviously, the Warriors have to make decisions. I think they're gonna go younger now. I think this is kind of their last full run. If Klay doesn't have a crazy playoff run, I can see somebody else saying, 'Hey, we'll start you. You got 35 to 40 minutes a night on a good playoff team.' I can see somebody throwing some money at him." To Frye's point, the Warriors have already begun the process of going younger, with a concerted effort to feature Brandon Podziemski and Jonathan Kuminga while bringing Thompson off the bench. It remains to be seen if Thompson will continue in the role during the playoffs, considering Pod's and Kuminga's lack of postseason experience. In December 2023, NBA insider Shams Charania reported that Thompson turned down a 2-year, $48 million extension with the Warriors before the start of the 2023-24 NBA season. By doing so, Thompson bet on himself to get a huge payday when he becomes a free agent in July 2024. However, With Thompson shooting a career-low 37.6% from deep and averaging his lowest scoring output since his rookie season, there's growing uncertainty over the offers he could receive as a free agent. To make matters worse, The Athletic's Sam Amick reported on February 27 that Thompson's current relationship with Warriors ownership isn't very favorable. Amick noted that former Warriors front office boss Bob Myers' departure has created a communication gap of sorts between Thompson and Warriors owner Joe Lacob, which could potentially lead to Thompson leaving Golden State imminently. It's clear their relationship has suffered some strain along the way, with league sources indicating that Thompson has received no assurances from on high that his hopes of retiring happily in a Warriors jersey someday will be a shared priority this summer, Amick wrote on February 26. If Stephen Curry had some say in front office decisions, he, Thompson, and Draymond Green would close out their careers together as Warriors. In an interview with ESPN's Malika Andrews on February 19, Curry said he 100% expects Thompson to remain a Warrior for life. I think that's always been a motivator for us, and I think the way that we talk about it is we not only want to end our career as a Warrior, continue to compete at a high level, but you want to end it the right way, Curry said. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation, Klay Thompson? Leave your opinion in the comments.